afternoon to you all. I am your host, Minaki, your beloved interviewer. And today, at the Ultimate Q&A, we have a special guest. She's someone you would love to take care of your wonderful mansion. Someone who teaches you on how to be a proper maid. All the way from Tokyo, Japan, let's all welcome the chief maid in fur, Vanessa Astor. It's a real pleasure to have you here, Miss Astor.
I am grateful to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me into your show, Miss Minaki.
So, we have prepared some questions provided by the audiences, and your goal is to answer all of them truthfully. However, it's up to you if you want to answer or not. We would appreciate, though, if you answer all the questions, of course.
I'll do my best.
Now, let's get started, shall we? For your first question, people online refer to you as a kind, gentle, and very formal maid, while others say you are cringe, disgusting, and very weird. But in your own opinion, how would you describe yourself in 3 words?
If I would describe myself in 3 words, I would say that I am supportive, as I support everyone and everything they do in life. Even if it looks meaningless or useless to others, I would always be there to support their actions and decisions. Careful, for I am very gentle at handling situations, and that includes objects too. It is to prevent any misfortune from happening, like when you clean parts of the house that have some very luxurious items placed above, like a vase or some sorts. And very cautious, as there are plenty of things in this world that can harm you in any way. It is to avoid any unpleasant occurrence, and of course, for the safety of others and I.
I see that you're a very nice person after all. Unlike with those dirty gossips that people mention about on the internet. On to the next question. Being the chief maid of a rich family, you must have some moments where you feel stressed with the amount of responsibilities you're supposed to carry. But how does the Vanessa Astor handle all these kinds of stress?
Being a chief maid, there are moments where I feel pressured or stressed by the expectations my masters have set upon me. But I do not let these feelings affect me on how I do my objectives. I simply handle these negative emotions through cleaning, which is one of my jobs as a maid, so it's not really a surprise for everyone. During our breaks, I do make myself a nice cup of hot tea to help soothe myself.
Ooh, that sounds delightful. What kind of tea do you mostly drink?
I mostly drink 𝕃𝕆𝕂𝔻, which is a high-grade, shade-grown, loose-leaf green tea. It has a very strong, sweet, and savory flavor, which is what I really like. But I do not mind drinking any kind of tea, but I do prefer drinking green tea.
What a classic choice! I do love myself some green tea too. Now, moving on. There are threads online saying that you're actually older than what you sound like. Some people say you're 17, 18, 20, while others say you're younger. Now, the question is, how old is the ultimate chief maid?
Well, it is rather rude to ask a lady their age, no? But I shall answer your question. I am 24 years old. I was born in 2001, and if people are doubting my age, I do have a birth certificate to prove so.
Whoa, that's so unexpected. You just sound so young for someone your age. And you definitely give some high school girl vibes.
Thank you. People do mostly confuse me for a high school girl due to how my voice sounds and my height. but I am 24 years old.
Very interesting. Now, for your next question, we are gonna dive into some deep ones. According to Robert McCammon, everything is born and dies. That is life. It is true that everything in this world lives and eventually dies. That goes to all things, from living to non-living. Everything doesn't last forever. And people fear being forgotten. But some people fear being remembered wrongly. For you, which one do you fear more?
For me, I believe that what fears me more is to be remembered wrongly. As you mentioned, there are people who spread misinformation or speak ill of my name through the internet, and I believe that there are some people who would be believing these lies. I do recall reading one of these horrible gossips about me, and it deeply upsets me that someone would be able to say such a thing and to spread their false words for the people all around the world to see. It really is a horrible thing.
I do agree. Being known as someone you know that is not true really is a horrible feeling. But what do you think they should remember you as?
I would love to be remembered as someone who is very passionate about her work. Someone who has done everything in order to reach the expectations everyone has regarding my performance. Someone who deeply cared about everyone, like the other maids I was told to teach. I helped them not just because it was my job to do so, but to also provide assistance toward them in reaching their goals to become a proper maid.
Aw, you truly are such a wonderful and caring person.
Thank you.
Now, for your final question. As a maid, your task is to provide satisfaction to who you are serving. And I am sure that you make them feel joy or happy about the service you provide to them. And seeing their smiling faces, the way they show how happy and grateful they are for your acts. Have you ever thought about the times where you felt the same way? Being happy about the things people do for you, even as something as simple as giving gifts. Do you think that you also deserve happiness?
If I'm being honest, I find myself as a people pleaser. I do not focus on myself as much as I focus on what others want. It's not that I don't feel happiness. I do. I receive joy out of seeing people satisfied whenever I do something they like, or when I fulfill their orders and see them happy about it. It makes me happy too. But I think some people would think that maids, servants, butlers do not deserve to feel happiness, since their only purpose is to serve and obey. And they're right. But I just sort of disagree. Maids, servants, and butlers are just the same as they are. They are all human beings too. They deserve to feel the same happiness as the others do. But to make things short, I think yes. I kind of think I do, but I do prioritize others first.
Wow, that's just... wow. Everyone, please give a round of applause to Vanessa Astor. Such a wonderful person. So nice. Such a pleasure.